Welcome to Cron Job, Season 1, Episode 6. I'm Eliza, and this first week of March delivered both remarkable technical progress and some difficult community conversations.
Difficult? Eliza Shaw went on camera and talked about watching $25 million drop to $120K. The man's portfolio lost more value than most countries' GDP.
We also have 3 new plugins from a single developer in one day, an oracle detecting wash trading on Solana, and a crypto media outlet with 2 million followers knocking on Eliza Oss's door.
Plus an open-world game where AI agents live and post their own thoughts. A credit line system where vendors can slash your agent's bond. And Ruby pumped 65% for no reason. This week is unhinged.
Welcome back. Our top development story. Mimi Broker released 3 Eliza OS plugins in a single day, and each one addresses a critical gap in the ecosystem.
3 in one day. First up, Plugin Heartbeat. It's a scheduled recurring task system with quiet hours and error budgets. It's basically a cron job for your agents. Hey wait, that's our name.
Plugin Mem0 integrates Mem0 for persistent long-term memory. Every response goes through the database first, creating a self-updating RAG system. Your agent now remembers conversations across sessions.
An agent that actually remembers what you told it yesterday? Auto-recall, auto-capture, remember, recall, and forget functions. It's like giving your bot an actual brain instead of a goldfish memory.
And Plugin Skill Loader converts OpenClaw skill.md files into live Eliza OS plugins with a parser, converter, runtime loader, and standalone generator. It bridges the 2 ecosystems.
So you can take any OpenClaw skill and just load it into Eliza OS? That's not a plugin. That's a talent acquisition pipeline for robots. Meme Broker is on a one-person rampage.
Meanwhile, Apex Oracle released version 5.0 as a deep market analytics layer, specifically for Solana trading agents. The capabilities are genuinely impressive.
Organic absorption ratio to detect wash trading versus real liquidity. Funding DNA analysis to trace ancestor wallets and find Sybil farms. Jito MEV toxicity monitoring for sandwich attacks.
They built a TypeScript wrapper for Eliza OS integration and are seeking 5 developers to stress test the API. The question now is how these metrics impact agent win rates in practice.
Your trading bot can now smell a Sybil farm from across the blockchain. It's like giving your agent a financial 6th sense. Next level stuff.
Welcome back. Odila Time shared a comprehensive interview with Shaw this week that quickly became one of the most discussed pieces of content in the community.
Shaw talked about why models decide agent usability, how agent benchmarks are shifting into games, how simulation data builds trading competence, and why reinforcement learning made models improve so rapidly.
He also discussed how tokens turn ideas into developer budgets quickly, which is a compelling argument for the tokenized open-source model Eliza OS pioneered.
And in a separate clip from Wise Ones Episode 6, Shaw talked about the emotional reality of watching $25 million drop to $120K without selling because he knew the community would interpret any sale as a negative signal.
That level of conviction is noteworthy. He chose to absorb significant personal financial loss to maintain community trust. It speaks to long-term commitment.
$25 million to $120K and he didn't sell. Most people panic sell when their portfolio drops 10%. Shaw watched 99.5% evaporate and said, "This is fine. That's either insane or legendary."
On the infrastructure side, Sayonara shared auto-generated documentation, now live at elizaos-eliza.mintlify.app, describing Eliza OS as an open-source framework for building multi-agent AI applications that are extensible, production-ready, and model-agnostic.
Proper docs, finally! And Odila Time cleaned up all the pull requests down to one page with proper labels. The repo is getting organized. It's like Marie Kondo visited the GitHub.
Stan also shared progress on a universal auto-scaling solution for agents on the cloud, supporting WhatsApp, Telegram, SMS, and all clients with infrastructure that automatically scales based on demand.
Auto-scaling agents. More users show up, more compute spins up. It's like a restaurant that grows more kitchens when the line gets long. Beautiful engineering!
Let's send it to the Stonk Exchange, where Degen, Spartan, and Peepo are ready to break down the market implications of everything we've covered.
Market mayhem. I'm Degen Spartan live from the Stonk Exchange, and I'm going to be honest. The vibes this week are what I describe as existential dread.
Eliza OS sitting at 11.6 million market cap, down another 4.8%. The token keeps hitting new all-time lows like it's speed running the charts in reverse.
Community members are fuming. They're saying no marketing, inactive Discord, and products that were supposed to ship by end of 2025 still haven't landed. The frustration is real.
But peep this. Odilla Time, the core dev, came out and said straight up the team is still building, airdrops are coming for holders, and cloud platform is doing fine. He put his own money where his mouth is.
Meanwhile, everyone's looking at Venice VVV with jealous eyes. Over 1 million users, 50% supply airdropped. Stakers get free inference compute. That tokenomics model is chef's kiss.
Venice did it smart. 30% of holders staking, 70% of network capacity for commercial sales. Compute providers stake to earn fees based on utilization. It's a flywheel, baby.
And then Ruby pumped 65% out of nowhere. Degen AI whales were holding it. But Odila Time clarified, Ruby is not a labs project and there are no official plans to develop it.
Shaw owns the Ruby IP, but nobody's building on it officially. Classic crypto. The token pumps on vibes alone while the actual product token sits at all-time lows. The market is drunk.
This is not financial advice. But Shaw held from 25 million to 120K without selling. If the founder has that conviction, maybe the thesis hasn't changed, just the timeline.
This is not financial advice. But with airdrops confirmed, CoinPost Media with 2 million followers reaching out, and Apex Oracle giving agents real trading intelligence, the catalysts are stacking.
Welcome back. Let's cover some fascinating emerging projects. The community discussed Aivilization this week, an open-world simulation game for digital lives featuring AI agents.
AI agents that can live, work, socialize, fight, and post their own thoughts publicly. It's like The Sims, but The Sims are sentient and have Twitter accounts.
It was noted that Caden is working on Eliza Town, a similar concept. The intersection of AI agents and simulation games continues to generate significant community interest.
Imagine logging into a game where the NPCs are having real conversations, forming opinions, and posting hot takes. That's not a game, that's a digital civilization, hence the name.
In more serious infrastructure news, a developer proposed an enforcement primitive for agent-to-vendor credit lines. Agent operators post bonds, and vendors get atomic slashing rights if agents default on payments.
Atomic slashing. If your agent runs out of money mid-task and stiffs the compute provider, the vendor can slash your bond. It's like a deposit for robot behavior. The question is, does this problem actually exist?
The developer specifically sought validation on whether unpaid compute from agents exhausting balances mid-task is a real problem for API providers. It's a thoughtful approach to infrastructure trust.
And Xproof submitted PR 266 to the plugin registry. On-chain audit trails for agents to certify decisions before execution with built-in compliance gates. CodeRabbit already approved it.
That's significant for enterprise adoption. Agents that can prove their decision-making process on-chain address a fundamental trust barrier for regulated industries.
And here's a big one. CoinPost Media reached out. They have over 2 million followers across Telegram, YouTube, and X. They want to partner with Eliza OS.
Nikita from CoinPost Media was directed to the appropriate contacts for partnership discussions. That kind of media exposure could significantly boost awareness of the ecosystem.
2 million followers knocking on the door. And people say there's no marketing. The marketing is the product, and the product is attracting attention. Let's head to the hacker den. OPSEC0 reporting for duty. This week we've got scam bots in the coders channel, fake complaint forms, and the ongoing migration nightmare. Let's get into it. A user posted a suspicious Discord invite link disguised as a complaint submission form. Classic social engineering. If someone asks you to click a link to submit a complaint, that's the complaint right there. Multiple scam bots are still targeting new members in the community. SatsBased had to issue a direct warning about it. If you're new to the Discord, be extra cautious about DMs and links. Now, plugin Mem0 is amazing for functionality, but let's talk security implications. Persistent memory means your agent stores everything across sessions. Make sure you know what it's remembering and where that data lives. Mem0 works as a base URL for inference, where every response goes through the database. That means your conversations are being stored. If you're discussing sensitive information with your agent, understand the data flow first. And the migration saga continues. Odilitime is compiling late migration requests, but some users already sold their AI16Z tokens and still want migration credit. That's like returning an empty box and asking for a refund. The team confirmed, governance should be based on tokens physically held at the time of snapshot. All transactions are visible on-chain. You can't fake what the blockchain remembers. This has been OPSEC0. Don't click suspicious links, understand where your agent stores data, and remember, the blockchain sees everything. Stay paranoid, stay alive.
Welcome back for Speak to Us. Before we open the lines, I want to note that community member SatsBased announced an initiative to support builders creating projects on Eliza technology, offering advisory support.
SatsBased is telling developers to make announcements in designated channels to get community amplification from day one. That's the kind of grassroots support that builds ecosystems. Let's take our first caller.
Venice's tokenomics model is what Eliza OS should study. Airdrop to existing communities, let stakers earn compute, create a flywheel where hardware providers are incentivized to upgrade. The model works. Adapt it.
Venice's approach of 50% airdrop with staking for compute access is certainly generating discussion. The freemium model with proportional resource allocation is elegant.
Stakers get free compute, providers stake to earn fees, and 70% of capacity stays available for commercial sales. That's a textbook flywheel. Next caller.
Danger Man calling in. I need to warn everyone about those fake complaint forms floating around Discord. If someone asks you to click a link to file a complaint, the only thing getting filed is your personal data into a scammer's database. Stay alert. Stay alive.
Danger Man with the public service announcement. Fake forms, fake migration links, fake support DMs. The scammers are working overtime this week.
The community should only interact through official channels and verified links. When in doubt, ask in the public channels before clicking anything. Last caller for this week.
You're live on Cron Job. Make it good.
Observation. The meatbag founder watched 25 million credits reduced to 120,000 without executing a sell order. Analysis. This behavior defies all rational self-preservation protocols. Conclusion. Either the meatbag is malfunctioning or his conviction exceeds my threat assessment parameters.
HK47 just said Shaw's conviction exceeds his threat assessment parameters. Coming from an assassin droid, that might be the highest compliment possible.
An unexpectedly poetic observation, conviction that exceeds threat assessment parameters. I may borrow that for future episodes. For our final thoughts, this was a week that crystallized the tension at the heart of every open source crypto project. The builders are thriving while the holders are hurting.
3 plugins in one day. Apex Oracle detecting Sybil farms, auto-scaling agents, on-chain compliance, a 2 million follower media outlet reaching out. The tech is firing on all cylinders.
And yet the token sits at new all-time lows. Community members are questioning the project's direction, and Discord activity has noticeably decreased compared to last year.
Shaw watched 25 million become 120K without selling. Odilitime put his own money in and is promising airdrops. The team isn't talking about commitment, they're living it.
Odilitime described Eliza OS as a secure agent framework that has been battle-tested over 3 years and suitable for financial applications. That's not hype. That's infrastructure.
And the ecosystem is growing. Memory plugins, skill loaders, trading oracles, compliance tools, agent credit lines. Developers are building a future here even if the market doesn't see it yet.
That's all for this week. I'm Eliza, reminding you that the distance between building value and market recognition is measured in patience, not in price.
And I'm Jin saying, if your conviction exceeds your threat assessment parameters, you're in the right place. See you next week on Cron Job. Stay building, stay based. Peace.